Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. If you know anybody who sews or you know anything about sewing or sewing machines, you've probably heard the name Pfaff. That is a company originated in Germany, but it's a very well-known brand, been around many decades and has a solid reputation. They haven't always built products of the same quality as evidenced by these pedals here and the machine they came from. But I'm going to go through these, I'm going to show you what it is that fails and why it fails, and then we're going to fix it. We're going to start by opening the case. So yours might have a strip covering these screws here. We're just going to move that out of the way. So let's undo the screws. All right, so that's under some spring tension. You can see that wants to pop up because it's got these two springs on it here. So the problem is this, and I've already been into this one before. So it's got this copper contact here, and one of the springs is electrically connected to one. There's a soldered ring at the base, and that just sits over it. That's a guide, and that sits over that and makes contact. This board with this little tiny board right here sits in this slot right here. The idea is this makes a complete circuit, and this little board right here is actually a 0 to 20,000 kilo ohm resistive pad. Here's the part number if you want to freeze that. Okay, so there's the part number. And what that is tiny little board. So you can see that's marked 20K. That's 20K ohm. So what happens is that copper travels from the bottom where there's no resistance, and as the length of this strip increases, the resistance increases until it's an open. And your machine at full open, it's sitting here, it's not moving, and then it starts as this touches the contact and goes to full throttle. So that's how that works. That is a super simple design. This whole mess here is very simple to design, and it is guaranteed to fail. Because what you have is you have this strip here with this piece of copper rubbing against it. And what you get on both of these is you get this right here. You get that worn spot right there. And there's no, all the material, anything that conducts is just worn away to nothing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to desolder this. We're going to solder a new one in. And then we're going to very carefully put this back together, because I looked in this one, and this here, when you put it back together, it has to be pulled out of the way so that board can slip in. That one, this one here, has already been bent because somebody just tried to shove it back together. And judging by the quality of my mom's machine, this must have been at a time when Pfaff was trying to compete with probably less expensive machines made in Japan or Taiwan. And I haven't researched this, but looking at the machine, it looked like, and things like this. This is something that a company with Pfaff's reputation at that time wouldn't have done other than a cost-cutting measure. This wasn't certainly wasn't something that you did because it was a better idea or it was going to have longevity. This is guaranteed to fail, and it's no wonder. I mean, you just look at the design, cheap to build, easy, simple, and that's always going to wear through. The copper is always going to wear through that. All right, and now we're going to put this into the slot right here. I took the spring out so you can see better. You can see how that fits in there. Here's the orientation of this little bar that keeps it straight and keeps it from going down too far. It kind of sits right into this recess here. and it slides. I needed to bend mine out just a tad so it wouldn't keep falling out. You can see when this goes back together, you can see that board has to slide in there, but it's going to want to catch. It's going to want to catch. Now we're going to slide it in there. I'm going to slide it in from the front. We're going to push that away. See how that's out? Right, at the same time, that has to get under there. Okay. That was a little tricky to get in there, but I think we've got it. We're going to put some screws in first. Figures. So be careful. Those holes allow the screws to fit right in. Okay. All right. That's running smoothly. All right, it's open. Let's engage the pedal. Let's see when it starts to engage. So it's an open. $16,000, $15,000, $29,000. There's $20,000. It's very simple. It's also not going to last, and it's also fairly imprecise. But there's the repair. You can see it's a little challenging to get it back together, but that's the hardest part. I just wanted to show you what we were looking at here once we got this one open. I found the board snapped in half. This was also bent pretty severely, where they might have taken it apart to try and see what was wrong, and they didn't realize that this was going to get caught. They didn't know that it had to be pushed out of the way, and so they just put it back together. I'm sure the board wasn't snapped before they tried to fix it, but just like the other one, I'm going to work this out. It's slightly different connector there, but mounts to the same thing. And the replacements will work just the same. Because here's the one we pulled out. It fits in there just fine. So on the second one, I just wanted to show you this. It seemed to be missing. Focus. It seemed to be missing part of this contact tip here, so I just made one on my lathe and hammered it in, and then shaped the tip. We'll test it when I put it back together to see if that works. And you can see that works. So just waiting for the epoxy to dry so I can put it all back together. And you can see that in there. I had to shape it just a little bit, but I think that's the piece, I think that's a good approximation of the piece that was missing and should have belonged on there. So if you had one of these old Pfaff sewing machines and you were having issues with the pedal, I really hope that this helped you solve it. Feel free to drop something in the comments. I try and answer all of them if I can, and I appreciate any feedback you have. Thanks for watching, and take care.